Good morning. Today we are going to be smoking, and one of the first things about smoking is the heat source. So here we have a all-natural, good quality mesquite charcoal. This is very large pieces. These things are great. And this whole bag right here is about $13 at cash and carry. Over here, this is a 100% all-natural Trader Joe's hardwood briquettes. These aren't like cheap charcoal that have a lot of chemicals and are treated. You cook meat with that type of stuff and you're going to taste other things, the chemicals. We don't want that. Right here, this is a mesquite cooking chunks. It's great for smoke. And right here is a mix of oak, hickory, and apple wood. I selected this so, you know, we just didn't have only apple flavor on everything. And the first thing you do, other than getting the coals going, is we need to soak these for an hour. Alright, so we got the coals going. We're going to get these in here, get the temperature up to about 300, let everything warm up, then let it drop down to about maybe 225 to 250. And, you know, anyway, here we have our smoker. Let's get this party started. Okay, so first thing we're going to be cooking is a bone-in pork butt. We hit it with Worcestershire sauce and then a dry rub and let it set overnight. This is the thickest piece of meat, so it's going to be the longest cooking time. So this is going to go on first. We have several other things to put on here, including oysters. So it's not just going to be one type of thing. So our temperature is up to 300. We're going to throw this on. I chose 300 as a starting temperature since we're going to have the lid open. So why not? It'll also help cool things down. Notice we have our water pan in there, nice and filled up. We don't have it on top, we have it down below. Give us more room for everything. We're going to be putting a lot on here. Smoking is expensive. You have your materials, your food. So basically, let's do a lot of things, not just one thing. Okay, now we're on to the chicken. We have a brine that we have many different things in, many seasonings. You can always Google something like this online to design a certain type of brine that you'd like to use with your chicken. 24 hours. Then you remove it, pat it down, take a lot of the bits and chunks off that you don't want to be chewing on. And then we're ready to put it on. So we have legs. This is seasoned, and these are going to be raw. But we're going to be basting many of these things later. We're at about 245 right now, temperature-wise. And we're just going to start setting these in, and later on we'll show you what it looks like. Okay, here we have a Halibut Collar, and marinated, well, it's rubbed with brown sugar, sea salt, black pepper. This cut right here is good for smoking as it has bone and a considerable amount of fat, which would keep the meat nice and moist while it's in the smoker. So let's put this in. And we're holding right around 245 degrees. Okay, now we're going to throw some oysters on here. As you can see, it's always good to have a clock so you know when things are going on, when things are going off. It's good to write everything down when things go on. Large oysters. Alright, so here we have halibut, chicken, pork. Try to fill it up as good as we can. Looks great. Okay, here we have some oysters we picked up. These are rather large. This one we have seasoning and some vegetable oil on it, on the half shell. We're going to put this on direct grill. So, on this side, as we have the coals going, I have the grill in here for this. And this guy right here is difficult. So we can't open this one, so we're going to throw this in here. And hopefully the heat will help us out, and we'll get that one open. Okay, so we're now going to pull some of the direct heat items off. As you can see, you have the oyster in there cooking very nicely. It still has liquid left, which is good. You don't want all that to cook off. Yummy. And we're back to... Okay, here we have that oyster that we couldn't open, we couldn't shuck it, and we put it on the grill for a little while while we were cooking our other one, and it actually opened up, making it really easy, popped right open. It was actually mostly cooked, so we threw a little olive oil, sea salt, a little bit of seasoning. We're going to throw it back on direct heat, just for maybe a minute or two. Right in the center, super hot. It's going to start cooking, bubbling really nice, and we're going to eat this too, and we can't tell you how good it is. Okay, so that one oyster that we couldn't shuck, we threw it on here, we pulled it off. Actually, it was easy to open. We opened it. Typically, you'd like to cut the oysters before you do what we're doing here. See, it's boiling nice, bubbling. We have seasoning on it. It's perfect. Trying to cut it later is difficult. This is the way to do it. It's delicious. Okay, as you can see, it's much darker. As you smoke things, you're looking at an 8-10 hour day. Anyway, here we are. We're pulling the halibut collar off. As you can see, here we have oyster. Boom, boom, boom. We're going to take those off soon, but anyway, here is our halibut. Whoa! A little stuck. That's just fine. Yummy. Obviously, you would like to have a large spatula when pulling anything off the grill. Tasty. Okay, as you can see, smoking is an all-day commitment. We are going to pull some things now that we know are done. We have leg quarters. Gorgeous, beautiful brown, done, wonderful. Are we pulling all four?
Nope.
Just two?
Yeah.
We have 5. Now you are going to be using a thermometer to check the items you're going to pull, but clearly we know these are done. And this is what we have left. We have a couple little oysters here on the cooler side where we are pulling. Yummy. Can't wait for those. And last, we are still waiting for our pork butt, which is definitely shrunk in size. Here's the rest of the pork butt. And we have some chicken here that we will probably be pulling in about an hour. Delicious. Okay, and finally, we pulled the rest of our chicken, and we're pulling our pork butt, which obviously is first on and last off since it was very, very thick. And as you can see, it's blackened and bronzed, but it is cooked, and we have checked that temperature. And here we go. Obviously, there is grease and drizzle. Here is a oyster, but there's grease and drizzle along the bottom. But we are done, and everything is good. Always remember to clean your smoker soon after you're done. So tomorrow I'm going to be out here cleaning it. Thank you very much, and not bad for a first time.